This type of writing is often based on daily reflections or events, and it's usually not meant for publication. Okay. Number 2, very good. A person writes their own life story from birth to the present time.
Autobiography.
Very good. This type of book is written by someone else and provides detailed research about a person's entire life.
Biography.
Number 4, a famous athlete writes a book about their childhood struggles and road to success in the Olympics, focusing only on those years. Very good. And number 5, each night before bed, a person records their thoughts, feelings, and what happened during the day. Journal. A journalist writes about the life of Martin Luther King Jr. using interviews and historical records.
Biography.
A person writes about their experiences as a doctor while working on a major health crisis.
Memoir.
A celebrity writes their life story and publishes under their own name.
Autobiography.
A historian writes about the rise and fall of a famous leader using letters and interviews to reconstruct their life.
Biography.
What are those letters and interviews called? Primary source. You were close. Primary source documents, okay? An interview is a primary source, okay? Letters are primary source documents, okay? Very good, thank you. This type of writing may include personal doodles, poetry, or lists along with daily experiences.
Journal.
A survivor of a historical event writes, are you listening? A survivor of a historical event writes a book focusing only on their experiences during that event.
Memoir.
A book that starts with, I was born on a cold December morning in 1980.
Autobiography.
Are we assuming? I'd rather hear all the rest.
That was it.
Oh, okay.
It said it follows a person's life, but it's
Yep,
autobiography.
autobiography.
Okay. Number 14. Anne Frank, The Diary of a Young Girl, is an example of what type of writing?
Journal.
Biography.
Oh, I mean, wait, what?
Journal.
Autobiography.
It's journal.
No.
Diary of a Young Girl is an example of what type of writing?
Autobiography. No, I mean, journal.
Oh, sorry, okay. It's her diary.
Journal and diary fall into the same category. What were you going to say?
Wouldn't it be a memoir because it got published into a book?
It wouldn't be an autobiography.
What is her
This
whole
is about her
life?
whole life.
That's her whole life.
It could be
I
all three.
thought her diary was about like the time during.
No, it was about
It
all
was
of
about her.
It was about her.
Okay, so you know what? I like this.
But her whole life isn't from birth. Her whole life is from birth to death, and she didn't get the diary when she was 1 year old.
Okay, so we know it's not an autobiography. I mean, we know it's not a biography because she wrote it. Autobiography, a person's life story written by themselves. It covers their whole life. Does that cover her whole life? No, it's just it's one particular part.
Yes.
When she was what? In the attic, right? So we take out these two, and it's between memoir, personal account, focus on specific. It could be a memoir,
It could be both.
But it's still a
It could be
journal.
memoir.
but it was they made daily entries. So now we see that. I love how y'all figured that out. That's what is that called?
Process of elimination.
Process elimination using critical thinking
Oh, I
skills.
use that every day.
You use it every day. You're gonna be successful in life. Now, number 15. Let's get this successful. A president writes a book about their childhood and the time served in office. It is written in their own words.
Memoir. Wait, you said their childhood? I said, man, wait. Can you repeat the question?
A president writes a book about their childhood and their time in office, written in their own words.
I mean, if it's just
Autobiography.
The memoir.
Well, it's not their whole life because it's just
Right. It's not a memoir. Memoir is only about a what?
A specific part.
And if it talks about their whole childhood, then it goes back to what? Autobiography.
I said
But
It's not a journal.
how is it?
There's no daily entries. It's from one day.
Okay, a president writes a book about their childhood and their time in office,
Nothing
But how is that?
between there.
But
written in their own words,
you can't.
only because it covers their entire life. A memoir is just a particular event, okay? And that is not a particular event. That's their whole entire life. Do you have a better understanding of these, or you already understood it already?
Better.
I bet it's understanding.
Okay, good. So that means you learned something new.
Yes.
Okay.